This is verse 25 of the 20th chapter of the Gospel of John. We've just heard the narrative regarding Jesus appearing to the 10 disciples. Thomas was absent, of course. Judas is out of the picture. And now we have moved down a few days later, a week later, and we have this rather remarkable scene which now incorporates Thomas into this discussion, which really is approaching what many commentators would say is the climactic moment of the entire Gospel of John. So we have elegon, from lego I say, third person plural, imperfect, active indicative. So they were saying, un, postpositive, auto, the indirect object, dative, singular, masculine. They were saying to him, namely to Thomas. Subject of the verb is hoi aloi, the other, mathetai, the other disciples. Aloi is a adjective, so it's the other disciples were saying to him. And then heorakamen, this is from herao, to see. This is the first person plural, perfect active indicative. We have seen. And the perfect suggests it's an abiding impression. So we've seen, and as it were, continue to see is the sense of it, ton kurion. In the accusative here, it's the direct object. We have seen the Lord. Here we have this idiomatic construction in Greek where the article can be translated he. And so it really functions here. That's the way it's translated. So he said, apen, from lego I say, third person singular, aorist active indicative, postpositive does. So, but he said, autois, to them, to the disciples, the dative, masculine, plural, he said to them. And then ian me, if not, literally, usually rendered unless. And then ido, from ado, I see, this is the first person singular, aorist active subjunctive. So unless I see, in, preposition, takes the dative, here's the dative plural, tais kersin, from care, which means hand. This is the plural, dative of this feminine noun, so the dative plural. Unless I see in the hands, autou, of him, that is of Jesus, the genitive, masculine, singular. Unless I see in the hands of him, ton, the direct object, so he wants to see now, ton tupon, the place, the situation, the print was the idea. Actually, our word type comes from this, tupon, a type, and so the imprint would be the notion. Unless I see in the hands of him the imprint. Ton halon, this is from halos, it means a nail or a stud or a stake or something like that. Rather broad word, so unless I see the imprint of the nails, kai balo. Balo is the subjunctive of the word balo, which means to cast. Rather aggressive word. This is the first person singular, aorist active subjunctive, and cast, ton, doctulon, from doctulos, which means a finger. This is the accusative, so unless I cast the finger, mu, of me, my finger, ace, preposition takes the accusative, into, tone, tupon, into the imprint, same word, ton halon, of the nails, kai balo, same word, and unless I cast me, mu, the possessive pronoun, of me, tain kera, the of me hand, or hands, it's actually singular though, ace, preposition takes the accusative, tain pluron. The word means side. It's sometimes rendered rib, but it extended to mean the side, into the side of him. And then very strong, me, no way is the idea. Pistuso, a future of pistuo, I believe. I will not believe. I am not going to believe unless all of these criteria that I've just laid out here are met. And of course, this verse is what is famously given the little nickname Doubting Thomas, because the doubt seems to be pretty aggressive, pretty impossible to overcome, and yet, of course, that's precisely what happens as the story unfolds.